Alright, fellow Tarnish, welcome back to the playthrough of Elden Ring. With Stubs Wizard, I'm your host with the most, and I am playing through as one Kegareta, that is Japanese for tarnished, and he is steeped in the Bushido code of the samurai, and he will only do honorable actions. He won't do things like poison. He's always got to wear samurai type Eastern armor and use Eastern type weapons like the Yakikiba I have and the Wakizashi has parry on it, thus. And well, for those that don't know about my channel, which I assume most of you do, this well, the way it works is I generally will have subscribers come up with an idea for playthrough, and then I forgot about that guy. Perhaps I should not have been talking so much. Anyway, now we get that unpleasantness over with. That done. Okay. So the idea behind the channel is that I generally do themed playthroughs of stuff. That's my interest. Sometimes I'll make little tutorial videos. I've had enough of you guys' BS. Goodbye. He's gonna pop back up here. So anyway, if you guys put in a comment what it is you want to see, you know, if it grabs my fancy, which many times it does, I will do a playthrough like that. And this one was supplied by Mindless Meat, is his name. And he's a friend of mine from... I missed that completely. He's a friend of mine from a place called, not a place, a concept, a group, if you will, called the Free Time Creators Collective, and he had come up with this as an idea of a playthrough. It's been pretty fun. You know, another playthrough was the dual wield Staff of Loss. That was brought up by Heart of Hallinist, also known as, or formerly known as, Abyss Watcher. And that was a hoot too. So, a little careful in here. Let's see how I want to do this. Let's do it this way. Come at me, sir. There's one of these guys over here too. Oh yeah, that's gotta jump on your face. So anyway, that leads me to something I kind of want to talk about in the video with people, about people that become friends, and sort of the idea of unity. But at any rate, you can, if you have an idea, that's for thrusting. See, is mine? So the thrusting, I'm losing my train of thought, but the thrusting, that has to do for thrusting weapons. So what it has to do is, when you look at your weapon, it has to be doing pierce damage, which this does. So that would absolutely affect the that absolutely affect this. We'll test that in another place though. For right now, we'll keep it as the heavy attack talisman. No, actually, not going to change it. What the heck? The jump talisman will be good too. Alright. Anyway, so put in whatever it is you want to, if you have something you want to see play. And also games too. Like if you say, hey, I want to see you, try Liza P or something like that, which I already have. I'm doing a playthrough of. Wherever you want, just let me know. But the point I was going to make about unity is, in the United States here, we just had an election, and the nation, I would just say our country's become really divided. And it's sad to me. But I was thinking about it, and I was in the Army, and one of the things you did in the Army is you did what was divide and conquer. That's the concept. And what happens is you don't generally just go up and start just taking an enemy on. You actually try to work to get them separated, and then you have little groups that you have to take out. And I got to thinking, and I'm not trying to be overtly political or anything here, but what if that was what was happening with the American people? Because I remember back in the day, you could sit down, have dinner or whatever, drink whatever it is with someone you disagreed with, and you disagree on some things, but you had some common ground, and then we would tend to focus on what we had in common, and go from there. And you can work on improving things. Oh crap! I forgot about that guy. I'm stuck. These snails. So anyway, that's the thing, is you would think about getting your enemies into like small groups are easy to beat, and I'm just wondering if some of that is what's happened to the United States, because we're very divided, and we have a lot. There's a lot we have in common, even with people we disagree with, and you look at some of the voices, and they're very divisive. They're not trying to find common ground. What happens is they're it's sort of, I don't know, I guess tribal, and they're not looking out for the good of the country or whatever. They're looking out, and a lot of it is financial driven. You get clickbait, and so you get divided. And I think about This is gonna be a Bloodhound Knight. Oh, well, one of the things I got to do too, otherwise mindless meat will disparage me. Maybe is I got to bow to every boss. Let's see how I'm gonna. Let's see how I'm gonna use though. I'm gonna use the wolves, I think. So I think about people on here, subscribers I have, and I am not going to be able to. I've got the wolves out. Sometimes that. Oh man. Take some of that. I am not doing well with this fight. There we go. Anywho, you think about like some of my friends on here, and you know, you got. I'm not great. For instance, he lives in Texas. You have Mindless Meat, who inspired this run. He lives out in Washington State, and I would bet we have some different political views, but that doesn't bother us. It never even comes up, and the reason it doesn't is because we have a good friendship based on we have a common ground in games. You know, Mindless Me is he does Final Fantasy really well, and you know, he's a scientist. I think he's a chemist, but and so you know, I made a joke once in one of my videos about a butter piece of bread and a cat, how you can tape them to a motor and make a perpetual motion machine. You know, it's kind of a dumb joke, but it's funny for people who like are more I guess engineering in nature or you know, scientific. And so he thought it was funny, and you know, so he bonded over things like that. You know, Heart of Hallowness has been with me a long time too, and so you think about the friends like that, and we probably differ on some political views, but who cares? That's not what binds us as friends, you know. And so I'm not great. I got to know Plumberry Delicious, who's his wife, and you know, she's very kind. And the thing is, she built an amazing thing in Sons of the Forest. She rebuilt Lothlorien, and amazing work, something I could never do, you know. And without the friendship that we've developed, I never would have seen that kind of art, you know. And it's really neat. And I wonder how much of these things do we miss out on because we want to not be unified and focus on what's different, you know. And you know, and the friendships are really real, you know. That even though they're online, you still feel like they can just walk in the room or something. And when, for instance, when Plum's mom passed away, I made a little tribute video on here. It wasn't a huge deal, great production thing or anything like that, but I felt a kinship, and closeness in a relationship that made me want to do something like that, as some sort of meager gesture. And so that's just my thoughts of the unity. Like we should be looking for what we have in common. And one of the issues I think that we're presented with the United States is that we're really something like 22 nations within one country, and it can be hard sometimes. And let's just see what we have in common and go from there, and try to make everything better. Let's listen to Latenna, and then I'll go on some more. I would like comments about this if people have thoughts about it, how we can really come together, and just really it starts with being kind to one another.
Foul tarnished. What do you want?
Foul tarnished, how dare you?
Hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me?
No.
Was my other half not enough? I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess no... Or have you come to take... Was my other half?
Okay, she's not going to say anything more until we get to the Albinaric village, so we'll go do that now. But now we have a grace we can go to directly for that. Let's see. The best way... Our village, I think I want to go here. So anyway, to close things up, I'm about done here. I'm going to try to find another grace, but all these thoughts, what made me think of it because I'm in a group with the people I mentioned, Mindless Meat, I'm Not Great, certainly his wife, Plumberry Delicious. I'm in a group called the I gotta be careful here, Freetime Creators Collective. We'll just let them be given birth. And what we are is we're a group of small creators that we like to play games and record. I hate those lobsters. But we play games, we record them in our free time. That's why we're called the Freetime Creators Collective. Not the full time. And I'll leave a link to the channel, or to the Discord anyway, in the description of the video. And I'll also leave links to some of the OG channels, and you'll be able to meet such luminaries I mentioned, like I'm Not Great, Mindless Meat, Plumberry Delicious. You got others like Holly's Adventures, K-Dog's Kennel, Big Baby J, Xenophrus, who I think she has one of the best names ever. All sorts of people, and come out and join us. See what you think. Like and subscribe to them as you want. And the only thing we ask, the only rule we really have is just be nice, be kind. It doesn't cost anything, and that's what we're trying to do is really get a little bit more unity and goodwill and kindness in the world. That's what we're about is encouragement and watching the smaller channels grow and developing relationships, And even though you're separated by thousands of miles, like in the personalities I mentioned, the friendships are still real, and yeah, I'm Stubs the Wizard, and that's not my real name, and there's a name behind it. I'm a person, I'm Not Great. That's not his name. I think he is great, but that's my opinion. But the thing is that's just there's a man behind that. Plumberry Delicious. Clearly that's not her name, but there's a real woman behind that, and Mindless Meat, who's made of meat and beard, as he'll tell you. There's a real person behind that, and he's not mindless and all that stuff. But that we lose that sometimes, and we think of just anonymity, and we just be mean, and there's no real point to doing that. So anyway, feel free to join us in the Free Time Creators Collective. Just be kind, be nice, encouraging, positive, that sort of thing, and embrace what we have in common and be unified in that. And as this video, I know it went a little over, but I guess it's kind of wound up. But I'd appreciate if you like it, subscribe to the video if you'd like, and leave comments. I'd like comments on what I said. You can tell me I'm full of crap or whatever you want to tell me. Come up with ideas for me to do on my videos, whatever you'd like, and I'll read them all and respond to all of them. And I mean, at some point in time, anyway. It may take a few days. But at any rate, I appreciate you watching. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. Thanks.